This is a podcast for everyone. Time to chat and have some fun. Shawk Tawk, Shawk Tawk. Shawk Tawk, Shawk Tawk, Shawk Tawk. Shawk Tawk.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever day it might be in your part of the world, even if you're Australian. Sorry, Aussie Mike. That must be terrible if you're living that life. But whatever day it is, guys, welcome in to Shawk Tawk Podcast, folks. We've got some spicy topics this evening, courtesy of our esteemed guest this evening. We got Bonez88. Welcome in, Bones. How's it going, sir?
Good, Shawk. Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, man.
I'm excited about doing this. I missed you. Always fun doing these things with you, man.
I agree. So for anybody that doesn't know, just a little backstory. Bones has another podcast. I'll let him talk about that in particular. But I've been a guest on his podcast. Well, a couple of your podcasts, actually. I'll let you talk about that too. But I've been a guest on a couple of his podcasts, and it's always been such a fun time just talking about stuff and BSing about stuff with him. So it's a very, very awesome privilege, we'll say, to be able to get you on tonight as a guest, sir. Speaking of, I won't keep elaborating on it, but tell the people a little bit about your background. Like, what do you do? What do you play? And why are you here?
Well, yeah, I do appreciate you having me on, man, once again. But so my name's Bonez88. I've been streaming, doing YouTube for about 5 or 6 years, but I mainly do Swugga. If you know me, you know that I'm the guy that shows you what not to do in the game. I'm zero. There's no information that comes from any of my stuff, just pure entertainment, and I just like to have a good time and play some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And that's how obviously we know each other. You know, Shawk is a traitor, so he left us. He's a deserter. He doesn't care about any of us or any of the community. The community wasn't good enough for him, guys. It didn't keep him around anymore. He had to leave us.
Listen, I love the community. It just blame CG. It's CG's fault. If they had just listened to me about Andor, man, none of this would have been a problem. None of this.
A few weeks earlier, and he'd still be playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, yeah, I do that, but I do have I had a couple podcasts. The main one is Three Scoundrels in a Cantina. If you do like Swugga content, which I wouldn't call it that, but it's Swugga based. We do that every Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live on Twitch. Once again, it's Three Scoundrels in a Cantina. You can find us on all the podcast sites and all that good stuff. And then I have my own stuff, Bonez88. I stream Swugga, GAC, Grand Arenas, stuff like that, and maybe random stuff here and there. But I'm usually there 4 or 5 times a week as well. And I guess I'll mention the Huts Hangout, even though it's not my podcast anymore. But Mike's already cussing you out in every one of your comment sections listening to this. It is another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes based podcast on Saturdays, 7 a.m. Central. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Go check those guys out, though. Yeah, they're great guys. They deserve it. Have you had them on yet, Shawk?
Aussie Mike has been on, yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, if you guys know Aussie Mike, he is one of my old co-hosts from there. But anyways, that's what I do, and that's how we met. I don't really remember. I think I just asked you to come on our show one time, and then we just hit it off, and we always made you keep coming back.
Absolutely, sir. Yeah,
we're gonna keep having you come back every year too, whether you play the game or not. Because actually, for you guys that are listening, he quit the game, but we're like, well, the annual thing was we do a guess what the next year is going to have, and I'm always priding myself that I know or I can guess better than everyone else. Shawk isn't even playing guest Andor content. That's pretty much everything he guessed is happening right now.
Yeah,
nothing I guessed has.
Yeah, I don't even play the game, but I got most of the guessing right for the predictions.
Bastard! But now you're stuck every year.
I was named Shock of the Prophet in my old guild, previous to the battalion, because I nailed the entire gas event. I nailed every single aspect of it in predictions. So
really,
yeah. So they called me Shock of the Prophet in that particular guild. So, but anyway, guys, enough Swugga content here because everyone's like, "What are you guys talking about?" No, it's all good. It's all good. So, for those of you that are new to the podcast, we have 5 topics. Those 5 topics are very different for each week, so they follow each general aspect of it. For instance, those 5 topics are sports, gaming, music, cinema, which could include TV or movies, and then food/drink. And again, like I said, the specifics of each of those categories changes from week to week. So we're going to start things off today with our sports category with what we love to call
the Spread on Sports.
All right, Bones. So this one, I don't always make these geared specifically to the guest. Sometimes they're more generic and general. This one is absolutely geared to you, sir. This is very geared to Bones.
I love it.
Yeah, for anybody that's not aware, Bones is a Kansas City Chief fan. And with so we could have talked about March Madness, but at this point we're just down to the Final Four, and I'm kind of over talking about that at this point anyway. So we're going to move on to some NFL action, especially with the draft coming up here in the not too distant future. Yeah. So
I'm excited.
Our statement that we have, and we'll get into the over-under and what that means in a moment, but our statement is Patrick Mahomes is past his prime. So the reason I wanted to discuss this, Bones, one, the Chiefs just signed Justin Fields, which I think most people would agree is probably not a franchise quarterback, but it indicates that all is not necessarily great with Mahomes at the moment, because that's a pretty high quality backup for a franchise QB, you know? Plus the draft is coming up. So maybe they're entertaining the idea of taking a QB in this first round. So we'll get into that too.
Get Bayless in here. Get out of here, bud.
So, so first of all, Bones, do you think Patrick Mahomes is past his prime?
Not at all. I think he's just entering it.
You think he's just?
I'm a Chiefs fan.
What? Wait, hold on. Time out. So you're saying, how many Super Bowls has he won right now? What, like 3?
3 out of 5.
Yeah. So you're saying that he's going to have more than 3 Super Bowls for the remainder of his career?
Okay, well, then that means he was at his prime when he first came in. So, I mean, like, it's hard to say where he's at prime-wise.
Do you know what the word prime means, Bones?
will he get 3 more? No, but I think he'll get 2 more. So I don't think he's past his prime, but I think he'll make another 2 Super Bowls and win them.
Well, so that kind of is the definition of prime, sir. Like, so do you, I guess maybe the other, but let me rephrase it. Do you think
Aaron Rodgers.
He is
Aaron
past
Rodgers
his peak? Do you think he's past his peak?
No. I mean, I don't think he'll do as good as he did previously from today backwards, but I still don't think that he's went down or regressed.
So you think he's past his peak then? You think he's past his prime?
I think he's peaked and he's just coasting along with the peak.
So he's plateaued is what you're saying.
Sure, we can do that.
We're going over a lot of topographic terms right now with Bones today, guys. I don't know that he knows what all of them mean, but we're going to find out.
I don't think he's went down. Let's say that. He's
okay,
up,
so at
down.
minimum, he is plateaued in your mind.
We can do that. I'll do it. I'll meet you there. I like how you're trying to get me to say something bad about it.
That is my goal with this. Yes. So yeah, one, I'm cheekily making fun of you for not knowing what words mean, but I think you do know what they mean. But I think you just don't want to admit to say something bad about Patrick Mahomes. So that's why I'm pushing you.
It's hard to tell. They have looked like shit the last 2 years. I will give you that. But with that being said, they made it to the Super Bowl and then just looked absolutely terrible the next year.
Yeah.
So I was there when he got hurt. I was at Arrowhead when he got hurt.
Oh, really?
And he was, and it was pretty bad. They weren't playing very well, but when he got injured, he was going down the field. All he needed was like a field goal. It was like towards the end of the game, and they would tie it or win it. I can't remember what it was. And I could tell he was going to win it there. I think that if he would have stayed in it for the rest of the season, I think that he would have went into the playoffs. I'm not going to say anything outlandish, but I think they would have at least made the playoffs barely with the skin to their teeth.
Okay.
And because when he left, you could see how bad they were.
Yeah.
They were already bad, but when he left, the offense was just unwatchable,
Yeah.
without him. And now the defense played really well. They about beat the starting Denver and stuff in the last game.
Mhm.
So there's some promising things coming out of there, but you also got to think that I saw that he's played. So let's just say the veterans, Kelsey, the people that have been around since Mahomes was there.
Right.
They've played a season's worth of games after the regular season. So how they've played so many playoff and Super Bowl games, they've played a season's worth of games past the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Accumulative last. So he's played one extra season worth of games than most people have. So I'm kind of okay with the whole resting thing this last season and everything. But yeah, man, I think that there's a lot left to do. I think that they're in a rebuild mode, and they have been. And I think Mahomes has been covering up a lot of holes in the team.
See, now
I think he's that good.
that I do agree with. I think his ability to, like, a la Aaron Rodgers, like, he has mobility, he has an incredible arm. He's just got that ability to make plays like Aaron Rodgers did in Aaron Rodgers' prime, to be specific.
Yeah.
And I think that's covered up a lot of the team's inadequacies in particular. But
And see, like Aaron Rodgers, don't hold your thought.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you have to say. But you mentioned Aaron Rodgers, and that's what I was going to say. Is like, I think in his prime, he lost a lot of games that he shouldn't have. I don't know if it was his fault or anything. I think Aaron Rodgers, I would say 3 Super Bowls is what he should have gotten with his talent if he was on the right team.
Right.
So he did really well with the Steelers.
Yeah.
I thought he did decently. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he was amazing, but I was very surprised. So it's hard to measure the prime thing.
I ate my words on Rodgers. I hated the hire or the signing. I thought he was going to be a fiasco. I thought he was not going to be good at all. That we're going to go, average at best again. And he really did play very, very well. I know we're not discussing Aaron Rodgers at the moment, but just to kind of bounce off that topic. So, but so here's something I want to point out with Mahomes. Okay, so you say that he is at worst plateaued. So you think about his strengths. His strengths are his arm. He's able to do stuff with his arm that no one else is able to do. And I would argue that his second biggest strength is his legs. Like, he is surprisingly mobile and surprisingly able to move around the pocket, a la like Tom Brady, and not have problems. Well, with his injury, that mobility is going to get squashed big time. And he's going to become more like a current Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron still has an incredible arm. He can still do incredible things with his arm. And I'm sure...
But he can't move around like he used to.
Right, he cannot move like he used to. Even within the pocket, he still struggles a little bit with the pocket mobility aspect of things. And I think we're going to see a little bit of that same thing with Mahomes. Do I think he's going to be competitive still? Yes, I do. I think that there's a good chance that, the Chiefs can win divisions each year. Maybe even get to like AFC championship games. I don't think that they're going to make Super Bowl runs anymore. I could be wrong. That depends on how they draft and stuff. But for me, because of that, because of the injury and stuff, I think he's past his prime, man. I think he is. I think he is beyond
if Sam
plateau.
Darnold can do it, he can still do it. Sam Darnold can do it. He can still do it.
Sam Darnold's well, actually, I don't know the answer to this. Sam Darnold's what, like 27, I think, isn't he?
I want to say that he got drafted with Josh Allen. Was he in the same class? And that might have been Mahomes too. Am I wrong? So right around there.
So that's.
I remember
at first I was thinking Darnold was younger, but I don't think there's that big of an age difference. Like Darnold, I think Darnold's around 27. But do you know how old Mahomes is by chance?
He's 30. I think.
Oh, so he's older than I thought he was. If he's 30.
Avant says Sam Darnold's 28.
Yeah, thank you, Avant, in chat. By the way, anybody that is listening outside of the live recording of this, folks, we do this live on Twitch over at Shawk8. So if you are interested in being on the live chat and contributing to the discussion in any way, or just trolling us like Sweens did with his biddy action that he just did to me, you guys can check us over out on Twitch, Shaka08, and be a part of the live recording of this. So anyway, sorry. Yes, Sam Darnold is 28. Mahomes is 30. Thank you, Avant, in chat for that. So they are close-ish in age. So you're saying that 30 is not too far gone?
No, it's just you're not wrong about all of what you're saying. And let's be honest, he could come in and not be a good quarterback at all after this, after this injury that he had. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's going to be.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
Right.
But there's just so many things, man. I mean, they brought in Kenneth Walker, and let's talk about Justin Fields too in a second. But Kenneth Walker, I don't know about a lot about him. I'm gonna be honest. Until about the playoffs, I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. And so yeah, they brought him in. I guess that's going to open up the running game. I hope that works out. I think our offensive line is more intact than what people are going to give it credit for. There's a lot of inconsistencies, but now everything's put together pretty well. If they don't look better this year, then that's when I'll start doubting them. Then I'll start talking a little bit of shit about him. But I got to give him 1 year. I want to see what he looks like with this injury recovering from it. I want to see what Kenneth Walker looks like. The defense is pretty solid with the Spags defense. They never seem to falter.
Yeah, they outplayed what expectations were by a long ways.
And then they lost a lot of good people. Trent McDuffie's like the #1 corner in the league, and they lost him, and they lost it. And another one that we had who's really good too. They both went to the Rams. So the Rams, watch out for the Rams because those are two great corners, and we have nothing. So there's a lot to see, man. But I don't know what to say. Like there's some exciting things and there's some worrisome things, and I need 1 year. But when I'll go off this 1 year because Kelsey's old as hell. It's almost time for him to leave. If you look at his stats, he's still at the top of the tight end class in the NFL. Doesn't really mean that he's one of the better players anymore. But real quick, Justin Fields, I think this is a thing that, Andy Reid can coach him up. He doesn't have to come in and have a bunch of pressure put on him. He can learn the playbook, and it's someone that they'll probably keep around for several years because we've needed a good quarterback too. Right. And we keep just bringing them in and out. We've never had a young one. It's been like Chad Henne and Matt Moore, people I thought were 50, 60 years old, I guess, we're still playing football. And so we need someone young that you can kind of coach for. I think like I said, we'll get him pretty cheap. But then I think you'll see here in 3 or 4 years, he'll pull a Belichick and trade Justin Fields. He'll probably get some, those games, if you get the first round bye or you're in the playoffs, they let those backups play, or maybe in the preseason. I'm sure there's going to be times where Justin Fields the next 2 or 3 years is going to shine for us, and we'll get a 3rd or 4th round pick for him. We've done that several times before.
I could definitely see that happening. Like if you guys have success with him at the helm for like 6 games, kind of like what he did with the Steelers, I could see them trading him. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
And I think if he comes in for 2 or 3 games at the most every season, I think he'll do fine. It's just he's not a long-term quarterback guy, and he's kind of I'm not gonna say he's a Mahomes, but he's mobile. I've seen him play. When he plays good, he plays really fucking good. So maybe just being on a more a decent team, a great coach, and stuff like that, he might actually excel and learn some stuff. Right. And he's not rushed in there. He's not being thrown in like he is in every other thing. Now it doesn't mean he's not going to start, because I think that's why they traded for him, because they were like, in case Mahomes doesn't. I do agree, but I think he could win some games with us the first couple weeks if we need him. So I'm kind of excited to see that project.
I'm with you on that. Okay, so you're saying he's plateaued at worst. I'm saying he's definitely past his prime, personally. I think he's gone on the Aaron Rodgers track. So our over-under today with this, like, I could be really cruel and make the over-under like 3.5 Super Bowls to be legitimate, because you said he's not past his prime, which means he's going to get more than 3 Super Bowls. But I'm taking it easy on you. Yeah, I'm taking it easy on you, though. And our over-under for today is 0.5 Super Bowl wins in the future. Okay, so not previous Super Bowls included in this. So as of today, do you think he will win more or less, over or under 0.5 Super Bowl wins in the future?
So question, and I've never understood how odds work. How do you do, what's a 0.5 Super Bowl? Is that Lord. Like you made it?
Oh
Do
Lord.
you get there and lose? Is that what point
No,
5 counts as?
no. And
Okay.
don't think that means that he ties the Super Bowl, because that will not happen. Okay. So the way this works is it's to prevent a push. A push is if it's a tie. So for instance, like if you say
Gotcha.
1 and he gets 1 Super Bowl win, that's a push.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think he's gonna get 1 or 0 Super Bowl
To be,
wins?
to
1 or
be
more, I should
specific,
say.
I think he'll get 2 more. And I've said because of how great he is, all he needs is 5 to be the greatest of all time. He'll definitely get over 0.5. He'll get 2. I'll even say a specific number.
Wow.
And yeah.
Wow, you're going real high.
I think he got 2, and then yep.
Yeah, for
We
me,
might even go to some other ones.
yeah, I'm taking the under on this one without a doubt. He's not winning any more Super Bowls at this point.
We'll see, bud.
So
Fucker, you're always right though.
yeah.
You're always right, so we'll see though. I hope you're wrong.
Again, sorry for chuckling randomly, guys. The chat is trolling me hardcore right now, which you guys cannot hear, but I can. Thank you, chat. Okay, moving on from our sports, guys. We're gonna get into some gaming action now.
Galaxy of Gaming.
Let's do it.
Now, this, Bones, so this is a reasonable or ridiculous statement. So the way that we do this is kind of a little call out to Rogue Actions. I formerly did Rogue Actions, which was a Swugga podcast over on YouTube. And one of the things that we did, one of the segments was called Reasonable or Ridiculous. And we have a statement that I'm going to make, and then you're going to decide, is that statement reasonable or is it ridiculous? And we're going to talk about why each other is wrong. So the statement is AAA games are better than indie games. Reasonable or ridiculous? What are your thoughts
You're
on
saying you said AAA is better than indie?
that? Yes, AAA games
Or
are
the other way
better than indie games.
Ugh. I'm gonna say reasonable, but it could be either way. I'm gonna go with reasonable.
So
That's the easy
so
answer.
why are you going with reasonable?
Because I'm thinking of the Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout and all the, or not online, but all those franchises that are AAA that I just absolutely love. There's so many bad ones out there, but I just have, there's so many franchises over the years that I will always love dearly.
So
And,
do you primarily play AAA games, I'm assuming then?
So no, not really.
Oh.
Just my favorite games are AAA. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
So
okay.
most of so like when a new AAA comes out that the internet's talking about and streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Well, I'm too broke to go out and buy it and stream it day one.
Yeah.
But I have no desire to do that. I'll wait around until it's on sale or something and get it and just play it on my own leisure on time. So I mean, yeah, I'm in the middle on it. I hate to make this complicated, but I kind of agree that indie games are kind of more fun and better than AAA because they're just AAA is a copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste of something else. Where indies are, you know, they're taking chances and they're usually more fun. They can have shit graphics and they're so fun because of their gameplay. Right?
Wait, so you just flip flopped.
I can't. It's a hard one. You got me already.
So you just
I'll
talked
stick with the
yourself out of it.
AAA one. I'm sticking with AAA is better.
See, so that's
There's more money involved.
So yeah, obviously anybody that is not aware what the term means here. So AAA games are like big budget games, like games that have people in huge teams of people working on it, massive amounts of money that have been put into it. So you could think of, like you said, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim,
Halo.
Halo,
that's what I'm saying.
Halo.
There's a lot of good ones.
Right.
Mass Effect, Dragon Age. These are RPGs. Call of Duty, Battlefield. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm just sorry.
I love, by the way, there's the chat has started a hype train and it's so loud I cannot hear anything Bones just said right now.
It's probably for the best.
I heard absolutely nothing that you just said. But so like my background, so you said you've played a lot of AAA games. You've played some indie games. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like, so I know I've played mostly AAA games probably at this point, but I can't honestly think of an indie game that I have played recently. I know I have Stray on my PlayStation. I have not played that though yet. And that's an indie game. I remember playing some. Oh, good lord! I forget what it was called. You were like a bag or something, a bag looking thing, and you just like floated across the desert and stuff. I can't remember what the game was called, but it was beautiful. It was an absolutely gorgeous game, and it just kind of
Yeah.
it kind of blew away the AAA games. Because here's the thing with the AAA games, so they're very good at nailing like the detailed graphics, if you will, and a lot of times they're really good at the gameplay mechanics as well. But what indie games nail so well, in my opinion, is the immersive feel. Like when I play God of War, for instance, it's a great story. The graphics look great. The gameplay mechanics are great, but I don't feel like I'm in the game. And I'm using the PlayStation 4 and 5 versions of this, not the original God of Wars. Versus if I'm playing an indie game, I feel just so in the game, like included in the game. I feel the game. They just, because they're so limited on budget, they're very good at appealing to that aspect of things for the gamers, but also too, the other thing that they do that's so good is they innovate. Like they innovate a lot of these things, a lot of these styles and techniques as well that I think that have led to a lot of this stuff. So think of like Ghost of Tsushima. So I know that's not an indie game. It's a big company that did it, but it was kind of indie in nature. It was very different than normal. And Infamous was an indie game when it first came out. So like some of these studios nail these indie games, but then become AAA games because they're so successful. So man, this is a tough one for me too, because I've played both, and I'm primarily play AAA. Ugh.
Yeah. See, so you pretty much nailed it on the head, because like when it comes to, and this you could say this about low budget movies as well, is like if you want someone to watch this or play your game and it doesn't have a lot of a budget, you have to lure them with something.
Right.
And usually it's not the graphics. I'm not saying there aren't some that are graphics, but if they focus on the graphics, usually there's not a lot of gameplay. It's usually like a passive game, right? You just said it's a bag floating through the air or something. So that like there's a lack of mechanics. You kind of have to go in on one or the other. Same with the movie. Like Star Wars, I doubt the budget was much, right?
Right.
But it was amazing.
Yes.
And like now it's a AAA movie. It wasn't before. You could say it was much, definitely independent. So yeah, I think that's the biggest flaw with AAA titles, is that, like you said, there's not much soul to it.
Yes.
It's pretty much like, what did this other game do that was successful? Let's copy that and just go all in on what that game did. There's not much soul to it, because it just seems like they're taking some shit and throwing it together. Crimson Desert is a big game right now, and I'm seeing that they're saying that it's the greatest, worst game ever made, which is very interesting to me. And I don't know if you would consider this a AAA or an indie title or not, but
so I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I just know that it's been hyped up a lot. So I would have considered it AAA because of the hype involved, which means they're spending money on advertising, obviously. Two, it looks like a AAA game. Like just the graphic quality, the style of it. It looks very AAA game to me. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it is an indie studio. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard very mixed opinions on that.
But they say like the UI, the controls are just horrendous. And it's like, it's 2026. You guys haven't figured this basic part out,
Yeah.
But they said the exploration, the world, the things you can do are amazing. But it's hard to get past just figuring out how to do things. And it might just be nowadays we want it instantly, right? We want the gratification of instant. We want to have the game down, and which actually isn't fun. It's fun to have to spend 20 hours and learn a new mechanic, and another 20 and they add something else to the game. I don't know, but I think I'm sticking with the AAA answer though.
So at first I was going to go AAA, but I think after our discussion, I think I've changed my opinion, because I'm trying to think the most recent game that I've played from each category. The most recent AAA game that I played was technically it was Ghosts of Yote that I played most recently. But just before that was God of War Ragnarok. So both very, very good games, great games. The most recent indie game I think I've played is probably RV There Yet. You could argue Valheim as well. That was a recent-ish one that I've played.
Yeah.
And I think about the ones that I enjoyed the most. As crazy as this is going to sound, it's RV There Yet and Valheim. Like, I enjoyed them more. I feel like I got more fulfillment is the word I'll use out of those than the other two. The other two were great. I love them. They were great games. But the soul, like you said, the soul for me in the indie games is just so much better. So
because they're being made because that developer loves this game.
Yes.
Not because a bunch of penny pushers are saying, "Hey, this worked in this game. We need a game like this now."
That's a great statement. That actually is that's kind of a question that J-Murph put in our Discord for some gaming questions as well that you just kind of touched on with that. Like, is a game better because it's got a huge studio behind it, or is it better because there's passion behind it, you know? So
Starfield is an example of that. You go from Skyrim, one of the greatest games ever made, which I have problems with Skyrim. I don't agree with it being the greatest, but they say it is. But then Starfield was horrendous, and I tried. I paid $100 to play that game early.
Really,
that's a lot for me.
Oh, that's like me and Star Wars Outlaws. I paid like $150 for the intro deluxe package or whatever. I think we spent a total of 5 hours playing it because it was just broken AF, and I was fed up. It was terrible.
That was funny. I watched a lot of funny videos on that
yeah, one. I hated that game so bad. All right, so are you sticking with reasonable on this? AAA is better?
Yeah, I'll stick with reasonable. It's a thin line, man. That's definitely reasonable.
So he's saying reasonable, guys. And I got to say, I am totally against that. It is absolutely ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The soul, the passion involved in indie games far surpasses the budget and team comps of AAA games, guys. Get that stuff out of here. It is ridiculous.
Do not support any independent people, guys.
Yeah.
Go full-blown business, corporation, graphics.
How dare you guys like capitalism? All right. Moving on to our next topic. If you guys thought it's been spicy so far, just wait till we get into the next one. Oh, boy.
Musical music.
All right. Musical musings, folks. So this is an A versus B topic. We have two things, and we're going to kind of discuss which one is more or less on these. Today's question comes via J-Murph. This is a great question. And he was asking about slept on groups. So groups that are really good, but people are not aware of how good they are. Okay. Which Bones is the more slept on group here? Is it Sleep Token or Tool?
Okay.
Before I'll preface this. Let me give you a little preface before you get into this. So for those of you that are unaware, I do a reaction channel on YouTube, and it's decently sizable. I'm not massively popular, but it's a decent sized one. And we've done some Sleep Token reactions. We've done some Tool reactions, and both fan bases are feverish. Like I don't know if that's the right word, but they are diehards, man. Super diehard supporters of their group. Like, they lay into me if I miss anything, or like I compared Tool to Fall Out Boy. I have never heard so many complaints in my life. They freaked the ever living out at me for comparing them to Fall Out Boy. It was unbelievable. Okay.
I believe it.
So with that said, first of all, are you familiar with both of these groups?
Very, very much so. I love hard rock. Grown up with Tool, you know, all that stuff, and I it took me a while to start. I'm older, right? So I don't listen to a lot of newer music, but people have shown me Sleep Token, Bad Omens, and the newer ones that kind of in the same vein as Papa Roach and Tool and Limp Bizkit and whoever else. You know what I'm saying back then. So I do listen to some of the newer ones too. So yes, I do know them quite a bit. Do you want my answer now? Okay.
You can give me your thoughts on the groups if you want to, or you can give me the answer. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, so I like them both. Okay. So I don't want to get a spoiler by saying who I like the most, more of the other, but so Tool's great. Tool's been around. They're one of the most legendary groups ever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have an interesting story about them. My stepmom's blood cousin,
Twice removed.
got Tool. Was a DJ on a radio station in Los Angeles, and he was playing Tool records before they were famous and got them famous.
Really? That's cool.
And he died of an overdose, and the Tool came to
That
his
is not cool.
no. It's a sad story, but
Yes.
he was living the rock and roll lifestyle, and he was hanging out with rock stars.
Yeah.
And but Tool and other people came to his funeral and stuff. So it is kind of a sad story, but my stepmom who lives here not too far from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting story that he was the reason why they got famous. So you can thank my family for all you Tool fans. All right. You're welcome.
That's a cool little fun fact.
Yeah. I always thought it was really cool because I know so many people who love Tool. So I was telling that. But and Sleep Token, I love Sleep Token. I think they're really neat. They're kind of I like that you put them together because I never thought about comparing them to each other, but they are very Tool-like.
Yeah, they're both very similar in my opinion.
Yeah, they have this alternative sound that's still rock, but with Sleep Token, they can do pop, they can do different genres kind of. I noticed he even raps a little bit and stuff, but it's not like eye rolling, right? It's not eye rolling pop. It's not where you're rolling your eyes at him rapping or whatever.
Right.
It all just fits in really well. So I really like them. I love Slipknot and all these other ones. So they kind of have the mask thing going on, which is whatever. That's not why I like them, but I get it. It adds some mystery. But yeah, I think they're really good. I think they deserve their success. I wish I could go see them, but it sounds like as soon as they go on tour, they sell out and everything. So yeah, I like both of them. I think that Sleep Token will go down as one of the more legendary bands within time. They're just now getting big, but I think they'll be up there until, another 50 years, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I enjoy both of the groups, and they're so it's hard for me to pick either of these that I like better than the other because their styles are not necessarily styles that are in my, I won't say wheelhouse, but preferred genre. So Fall Out Boy is one of my favorite groups. I'm a big punk alternative rock kind of person. So these two just kind of push just outside of my preference zone, but I certainly can listen to them without a problem. And I highly appreciate their skill levels, especially from a drumming standpoint. Tool and Danny Carey are phenomenal players, just lights out, amazing percussionists, drummers, whatever you want to call them. But from a composition standpoint, Tool does some really funky things, man. They do some really funky things.
On things that you can't compare to anything else.
Yes.
Like Tool only.
They wrote a song based off the Fibonacci number sequence.
Yes, Maynard's very, very intelligent. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows this shit.
The only comparison I can make to that is we studied some of this stuff in college, and it's very, very weird. Doing retrograde, doing matrices, it's stuff that's just it's way out there, man. It's just pure. We're gonna make music just based on mathematical principles and see what it sounds like. And it no one in their right mind is going to just listen to that and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. No, it's just weird, but it's cool.
I wouldn't know all that though, to be honest. That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
It's that scientific. I didn't know that.
So not all of their music is like that, but some of it is. And I would not have known that if it wasn't for the fan base on YouTube. But I know their meter changes are bananas. The technical side of Tool is way more advanced than Sleep Token. Now, Sleep Token still plays some pretty crazy stuff. Their writing is really good. Their execution is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying what they do. It's just Tool stuff is more out there, is the way
I would say Tool is more original still.
Yes.
Yes. I think, like I said, you can't copy Tool. I've never heard anyone that necessarily sounds like them. So there's only one Tool, and you'll never see another one. Where I'm not saying that Sleep Token isn't somewhat original. It's still this stuff you've probably. I don't think it was that hard for them to come up with. I still wanted to say like it's hard to make a song that's original. I'm not saying they're not original, but I'm still surprised that in 2026 someone can come up with an original song that you never heard of, that you can bob your head to or get stuck in your head, because it's hard to come up with original ideas at all anymore.
Well,
so it's crazy that people can get out of their head, not get influenced by other music or whatever, and create something from scratch with their mind, lyrics and everything in a band. And still come up with something catchy that no one's ever heard before. So it's really hard to do.
Yeah.
But still, I just think that Tool does that process, what I just said, better than them for sure.
Yeah, it's so again, I'm referencing a lot of the comments on the YouTube channel. Most people in Tool, because I also compared them to Sleep Token. I made that comparison when I was listening to one of their videos.
I like that though.
And they said that Sleep Token is actually inspired by Tool. So Sleep Token came after Tool, okay. And they're actually a big influence on them as a group, Sleep Token. So there is a reason why there is a little bit of overlap there between these two groups. With that being said, we're not discussing who's the better group. We're discussing who's the more slept on. So the one that people are less aware of and or don't appreciate as much as they should. With that being said, Bones, which one do you think is underappreciated and slept on more?
Well, let me tell you who's not slept on. And that's Tool. Tool's definitely not slept on in any way. I'm guessing if you're just a huge Tool mega nerd, which there's a lot of you out there, you're a mega Tool nerd, or you're just like, yeah, Tool's cool. You guys are gonna be like, yeah, they don't talk about Tool enough. Trust me, I listen to a lot of independent artists that no one knows about. I say the same thing. When they're your favorite artist and no one knows of it, it's like a travesty. I understand, guys. I understand. But here we go, guys. This is where you guys are going to turn this podcast off, and I apologize, Shawk. Not only are they not slept on, they're also overrated. Tool's overrated. Sorry, my friend.
Wow. Overrated.
They have a few, yes. They have a few great songs. They do. But I can't listen to even an entire album all the way through without going to sleep. Like we just went over why they're great. Okay. I just said that they're good. They're a great band. I'm not saying they're bad. That's not what this is about.
Yeah.
They're overrated though. I think that they're too big. I think they have the independent sound. They live that independent life. They're not they don't live or care about the mainstream. Right.
Right.
So I think it kind of is, but still with that being said, I think they're too mainstream. I think they're too overly talked about. I would not put Tool in my top 5, maybe not even my top 10 list of rock bands. And everyone's going to flip out and listen to this.
Interesting.
And yeah. So and I've always said that. I also think Alice in Chains is overrated.
Wait, what was the name of that group again?
Alice in Chains.
Okay, I thought you said Allison.
They were in the
like first name.
I might have said that.
Like, I thought you said Allison in Chains at first.
And like Guns N' Roses, one of the worst rock bands ever. And people are like, they're the greatest. Guys, one of the worst bands ever made.
Wow. And people thought I had bad takes. Holy cow, man.
But the thing is you're a music teacher and you know nothing about music.
Yes, to some degree. I know nothing about pop groups is the way I'll call it. The way I always the way I always tell people,
I'll be like, hey, do you know this band? And you're like, no, never heard of it.
Like, the way I always say it, if it's after 1950, I don't know anything about it. I know stuff before 1950.
Marty Robbins, man. Big iron on your hip. You know who Marty Robbins is?
Nope.
Hey, do you have your kids sing the Erie Canal?
No.
Do you know the Erie Canal?
I've heard of that.
I'll sing it for you afterwards.
Yeah, but I'm not familiar with it. I won't
do it here. Okay, anyways.
So you're saying
go ahead.
You're saying Sleep Token is your most slept on.
Yeah, but they're also huge. So
yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Sleep Token. They're newer. They're great. And I've listened to all their stuff. Sleep Token. So
I don't think Tool is overrated. I'm not gonna go that far. Because I like my viewership.
That's smart answer.
I also think they are quite good at what they do. So I appreciate ability and execution. So for instance, I always hated metal, like metal music across the board. But having started the YouTube channel, I've really grown to appreciate it a lot because of the skill involved in it. Again, not necessarily something I would listen to in the regular, but I really appreciate it. with that being said, Sleep Token for me is the more slept on group because from a composition standpoint, they may not be as innovative as Tool is, but the skill level that they reflect is exceedingly high. Like, probably people are going to freak out from Tool, but probably just as good as the people in Tool. In particular, I'm thinking of Danny Carey. Like, what I've seen Two do from a performance standpoint is phenomenal. Like, he could probably play up there with Danny Carey. Like, but everyone knows Danny Carey. Everyone knows Tool. Not everybody knows Sleep Token. Very few people know that they're completely anonymous. Like, that in itself, I think, gives them the win here. Like, literally, the members are completely anonymous for anybody that is unaware of either of these groups. So I keep saying 2. I mean, the Roman numeral 2 is his name. Nobody knows
who the fuck they are.
who he actually is. Yeah. He is just Roman numeral number 2. That is his identity. Period. Completely anonymous group. It's crazy. It's so cool. It's such a cool thing, too.
Yeah, he could be some fucking celebrity that you didn't know was singing.
Right. Yeah.
But now I will say that him and Maynard have similar, like their voice. I think that's why we would compare them because their voices are quite similar. I find the way they sing their songs and everything.
Yeah.
I
They're
agree.
definitely inspired in the same vein, we'll say. So let us know in the comments down below, guys, which one do you think is more slept on? And I feel like the more fiery response here is which one is the better group in your opinions, everybody. I really appreciate hearing and knowing what your guys' thoughts are on that. All right, moving on to some. Yes, go ahead, Bones.
I'll just say, and if you disagree with me, drop you FU Bones in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. FU Bones. That's one of his staples, I guess we could call it.
Yeah, one
brands.
of my sayings,
That's one
I guess,
of his brands. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to say it. Tell me to F off. That's my love language.
All right, moving on to some cinema action.
Scintillating cinema.
Now, this one is right in Bones' wheelhouse as well. And Bones, I'll let you explain why this is so in your wheelhouse. So what we do here, guys, is sometimes we have a statement. Sometimes it's just a general movie or TV show, whatever. Today, it's more of a statement themed off of a particular movie. And we're going to give it a 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down, 2 thumbs down rating. Our statement today is Avengers Doomsday, the movie that's coming out in December, correct? Yes, I believe it's December.
Yeah, right around there, yeah.
Yeah. Avengers Doomsday will revive the MCU. First of all, Bones, how excited are you for Avengers Doomsday? We'll talk about just that first.
I'm very, 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 very excited,
Mhm.
but I'm very skeptical. So another one I'm on the line about this statement. So this is gonna be a hard one. But no, I'm very excited. The thing is like they have a lot to catch us up on in such a small amount of time, right? And like the Spider-Man's movie coming out, I'm like, we're just fighting a bunch of people on the street. Like I feel like we should be, moving the storyline along a little bit. And maybe there's more to the story than we know. But no, I'm super excited, man. How could you not be? Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. We all know the old heads are coming back. That
right.
Ever since Endgame, it hasn't really been the same. Not saying there wasn't some diamonds in the rough there, but there's been some bad ones. There has been some good ones since then, but it just hasn't felt the same. So it's going to be nice to see all the people come back. They are bringing back some of the things that did work this last couple of phases. You know, I like Shang-Chi. I'm okay with the Thunderbolts. Obviously the Fantastic Four and stuff. So there's going to be some cool stuff. Like what's crazy about the Fantastic Four is we don't even hardly know them. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they spend more time with them and stuff like that. But the question is, am I excited? I'm very excited. I can't wait to see where it takes us, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I haven't watched Marvel stuff in a long time. I loved the Loki series. I was all on board with that.
Yes.
And the WandaVision series I thought was really good. And then outside of that, movies and like God Almighty, what was the Thor movie that came out recently? That was
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. God, it was so bad. Like just the series have not been good. The movies have been not good at all. And I think, like you said, so typically I would blame writing for a lot of this stuff, and I don't necessarily think that the writing has been bad. I think it's that we're just not invested in a lot of these characters. Like, like we are with the original, group of Avengers. Now in Love and Thunder, yes, it was bad writing / overacting. So much overacting with a lot of that. That's a little different, but I think bringing back these old characters is going to give us a lot more investment, and I think it's neat because obviously Robert Downey Jr., a spoiler alert for anybody that's not aware of this yet, is going to be playing a villain. He is not going to be Iron Man. He's going to be playing a villain, so it's a totally new role for Robert Downey Jr. I have heard rumors that Steve Rogers, not Captain America, is coming back and potentially will be the Hell Hydra villain as well version of his character.
I heard that as well.
So, like, not only are we getting the characters that we know and love and care about, but it's a completely new story for us to follow and plot line for us to follow, which I think is brilliant on Kevin Feige and the MCU's standpoint with what they're doing here with this. So in terms of just the movie itself, Avengers Doomsday, I am absolutely 2 thumbs up on that. Are you 2 thumbs up on the movie itself?
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Excuse my language. I don't know if I can cuss. F yeah. Sorry.
Nah. Until I'm monetized, I don't care.
Yes, I'm very excited about it, man. They did the right thing too. Abandoning Kang, I did not give a crap about him.
Yep.
I had nothing against the guy. I think he beat his allegations or whatever. I had nothing against him. I just did not care in any way.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about him, and so good choice.
The problem, in my opinion, with him is there are so many versions of him that it's hard for you to care about him. Like it's almost like a I don't know. It's like a red shirt character from Star Trek. Like, why would I care about him? It's just some dude that's going to die. And that's kind of the way it is with Kang. He's just some version of him is going to be a villain and is going to get beat by somebody. And we're going to move on to some other version of him. Like, it's just not.
It was the point to where he was in every show and movie, right?
Yeah.
And he was just a different villain. Like you said, it was kind of lame.
Yeah. It just, you can't, and not only that, you can't get a backstory on him really either. Like that was what they did so well with the Infinity Saga, is that a lot of, like, we felt for Thanos. Like, we understood why he was doing what he was doing. Not that we always agreed with him, but we could empathize with him to some degree.
Loved him. Infinity War's up there with Star Wars as all-time greats for me.
Yeah.
I can watch that all the time.
So, and I have no doubt Robert Downey Jr. will achieve the same thing with him and his character now with Doctor Doom. So yeah, I'm super, super stoked for the movie itself. Now, the more specific question that we have here, Bones, is do you think it's going to revive the MCU? Or do you think it's just going to be a one-off great movie?
Isn't it funny, like, every show or movie that comes out, like, is this the one that does that, right?
Yep.
It either will or it won't. I know that's a stupid thing to say, and that's it's either they're going to hit it out of the park and we're all drawn back in, or it's just going to be like, it might even be a decent movie. Like, okay, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't give a shit what happens after this. I mean, that's how I am with Star Wars too right now. So I'm going to say that it does bring back a lot of people, because we also didn't mention that they're bringing back all the old X-Men.
I forgot about that.
They said, and now, mind you, a lot of these leaks and rumors are, I think did they film Secret Wars and Doomsday at the same time?
I do not know.
I want to say they did. Okay, I'm not sure either.
If they didn't do it at the same time, it's probably back to back.
But either way, I'm kind of putting Doomsday and Secret Wars together, where you're going to see the other Spider-Man are coming back and everything else. So I think there's no way that you don't hit this out of the park. I think Deadpool and Wolverine were amazing. I think that Spider-Man No Way Home was amazing.
Yes.
And they did the same kind of thing. They brought back some old characters, so interdimensional, whatever. And I think how could you fail this? But
yeah,
they've done it before, and they've surprised me before where I thought something was going to be great and it wasn't. But I just don't see how you could fail with this. The only thing I'm worried about is you have too many people. How are you going to give them all the time that they deserve? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe they can figure that out.
Well, that's kind of the problem they ran into with Endgame. Like, I thought Infinity War was better than Endgame because we were more focused on a small group of characters compared to Endgame.
It was like your dream team of everything, and you didn't need all those extra characters. You really don't need all those extra one-off characters.
Right.
No offense, but like, I love Thunderbolts. I could care less if they were in this movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I feel like they're going to take up a lot of time that maybe we would rather see our more beloved characters doing. One of my biggest things is I hate Hawkeye and I hate ScarJo, because if you really go back and watch all those movies, because if you go back, they have an astronomical amount of time focused on her and him throughout the event, and it gets more and more and more. And it's like you're just wasting time watching. I don't care. He shoots arrows.
Right.
Go back to Thor, or something.
Right.
I get that you need to fill time, but with like Endgame, how long did we watch him running around with the gauntlet, sliding around, the debris and everything, and
right.
It was 3.5 hours long. Just
Yeah.
cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need to see that, what I mean? But I'm just going on a rant now. But,
it's all good.
I don't even know what we were talking about. But
so
that's it.
thumbs up rating. So I'm gonna go 1 thumb up. I think it will definitely reinvigorate is the word I'll use. The MCU. Yep. I'm not 100% confident that we'll revive it to Infinity Saga levels. I just much like Patrick Mahomes, I think the MCU has already peaked.
It's past its prime.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. This is going way back. I just want one answer.
Okay.
When was Tom Brady past his prime? I wanted to ask you, when was Tom Brady past his prime?
Once he retired.
There you go. He plateaued, right? He plateaued till he retired.
And now he might come back again. Good Lord.
That's what he said.
All right. What thumbs up rating did you give it? Sorry.
I said 2.
2.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a crazy, crazy.
You think it'll
event, no matter
definitively revive the MCU though? Because that's what I would say 2 thumbs up is.
Because they've already confirmed, well, they haven't confirmed, but it's already been a thing that they're going to soft reboot it, which means they're going to replace, they have to replace Iron Man. Like, you got to have Iron Man. I don't care if you replace Robert Downey Jr. I'm not going to be mad about that. It's the same thing like with the Star Wars, Luke, Leia, and Han. I can tell you right now who to cast, and everyone would be okay with that. So there's someone out there that would be okay with a new Wolverine, a new, if you get the right characters, right?
Right. You mean actors, yes.
So, yeah, actors, sorry. Yeah. So I'm sure they're going to replace Wolverine. The dude's old as hell. Iron Man, the ones that are getting really old. I wish Chris Evans would keep going because let's be honest, what has he done since?
He's not that old.
What are you doing
either?
No, so I would like to see him keep going.
Like he's 40-ish, so he's not. Yeah. He's not like Tom Cruise old or something like that. You know what I mean? But
please give us a Tom Cruise Iron Man variant.
So that's why I said Tom Cruise. Like he just makes sense. He looks the part. But the other thing is he's super old, so you're not going to cast him in a prolonged role for that. Yeah, it might be like a Patrick Stewart X-Men Professor X thing where it's just a one-time cameo kind of thing, in my opinion.
And see, Feige has come out and said that he wanted to put off bringing in the X-Men. They've rushed them in now.
Oh, really?
This is kind of like a rush job. Yeah, they wanted to do the whole King thing, and then kind of bringing them in after the big King event.
Oh, yeah.
So now they're rushing. You got to remember, they're kind of scrambling to throw this. That's what I'm worried about.
Well,
they're throwing this kind of together.
If I remember correctly, Secret Wars was when they projected X-Men to come in. Because what was it originally going to be before Doomsday? It was something else.
The King Dynasty or something like that?
Oh, yeah. So I think that, so they wanted to finish that. And then when you got into Secret Wars was when the X-Men came in. They still might be following that platform. We just may not see all of them until Secret Wars is all.
I do know that they're not, I think they're going to get away from maybe even the Avengers. And so after Secret Wars, they're wanting to focus more on the X-Men stories, probably Spider-Man.
Right.
I don't really know. But I think someone said that they thought Thor was going to keep going. So there's going to be some original ones, but at the same time, I think they're just going to replace them. I don't know, but I think they're going to focus more on the X-Men stuff, which is them and Spider-Man are, let's be honest, the more interesting.
Yes, for me, at least, the same way.
Right. The villains in there were just as iconic as the heroes.
Yes.
So those are the ones that you can keep going forever. Tom Holland's super great guy. I love that kid.
Yeah. He's young too, so he's got a lot of time left.
So I hope he keeps playing Spider-Man till he's older. And now they're getting into a more adult version. You see, they're kind of going to the Tobey Maguire stage of his life now with this new movie coming out.
Yep.
He's actually got organic webs.
Yeah.
Speaking of that. So
the trailer looks really good for it. Looks really good. I'm excited. I'm excited for all of the stuff, all of the things coming up. Let us know in the comments, folks. What do you think? Do you think Avengers Doomsday, one, are you excited for it? I assume you are. But two, Do you think it's going to revive the MCU, or do you think it's just going to kind of be more of the same moving forward? Intrigued to see people's thoughts on that. All right, moving into our final category, guys.
Tiramisu tap room.
This might be my absolute favorite thing that we do here. We do a tier ranking, folks, on food/drink, and these are always geared in some degree towards our guests that we have. We've talked a lot about different kinds of cooking methods and different styles of cooking in addition to the methods themselves. We haven't really talked about the meats themselves outside of the smoking that we did with Avant. And so I thought, it makes sense for us to talk a little bit about the meats themselves specifically. And we're not going to talk about a broad topic of categories. We're getting into the nitty-gritty, guys. We're getting into the specifics of a meat. Today, we are going to be talking about the cuts of chicken. What are the best cuts of chicken that you can have? Okay, so for anybody that is unaware with how a tier ranking works, we have 5 different tiers. We have the S tier, which is the absolute top. That's the pinnacle. We have A tier, which is really, really good. B tier, which is good, solid, but not amazing. We have Canada, as we call it here, or C tier. It means it's just okay. And then we have D tier, which is terrible. No one wants to be there. It's just a horrendous rating. Now, typically in a tier ranking, folks, you can put anything anywhere you want to. But here we like to spice it up a little bit. So we have 5 things that we are ranking, and you can only have 1 item per tier. So you got to be careful about where you're putting these items because you might get stuck with what you think is an amazing thing and you only have D tier left. So you got to be careful where you place these. So the cuts of chicken that we have today, Bones, we've got the breast, the thigh, the leg, the wing, and then the leftover bits, which we're just going to affectionately call the canned chicken. So think about like if you guys are just buying like, canned chicken, or if you're getting like the rib meat from McDonald's chicken nuggets, all that ultra heavy processed stuff that's left over from the remaining parts of the chicken. So again, breast, thigh, leg, wing, and we're going to just call it canned chicken here for today's purposes. So first of all, we're going to start with breast. We're going to kind of go in the order that I just mentioned here, guys. We're going to start with the chicken breast aspect of this. Bones, first of all, do you like chicken breast?
I'm a breast man, yes.
Okay. Are you team white meat or team dark meat in general?
White all day.
Oh, so we're opposite.
If you're talking about my dating preferences, dark. But when it comes to chicken, all white.
Different kind of eating, sir. Different kind of eating. Yeah, I am team dark meat in both capacities. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, so I don't mind chicken breasts, to be clear. I feel like I have to say chicken in front of all of these or else it's going to go downhill real fast. I do enjoy chicken breast. I'll eat it. For me, it's I don't know. It's very boring very fast because there's no nuance to the cut. It's just all kind of the same thing, and it all tastes very much the same thing, and it can be very dry if not cooked the right way. So for me, I'm gonna go first with the rating here. I'm going C tier on this. It is it's pretty low. It's okay.
So
it's not terrible. Canada. What are you thinking, sir?
I want to give a shout out to all the people who don't like the breast, which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
When you like get a big thing for your family, when I go in to get some, all that's left is the breast, and I'm thinking that's where all the meat is. What are you guys thinking? So it's an A for me. Breast is an A.
Really?
I love the breast. It's always there waiting for me when I don't have to rush and get some chicken out of the bag. It's always there.
It is the biggest piece, so it's easy to get.
Yeah, I get what you're saying about it being dry. But I'm a dry guy. I will eat shit dry. I'm not like I don't need caviar on it or any whatever the fuck Avant does.
Gravy?
So yeah.
You like gravy on your chicken?
Smother it in gravy, yes.
Yes.
Also,
for anybody that is unaware, Avant, previous guest on the Shawk Tawk podcast, guys, is avidly against gravy. Absolutely hates gravy. We did not get into that on his, unfortunately. But super hates gravy.
There's no human being out in the world that hates gravy but Avant.
I
Only
agree.
Avant puts caviar on his breast, by the way.
I mean,
Sorry.
that's probably the best way to get me to eat caviar. If you put it on a breast, I'm gonna gobble that right up. Talking about chickens, to be clear, guys. Chickens.
Yeah, we're not putting cocaine on anyone's rump roast, okay?
So you're saying A tier, but you are team white meat, so I kind of can understand that. I'm a little shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shocked by that now that I think of it. At first, I was like, wow, that's really high, but I'm looking at the list here. We've got breast, which is a white meat, thigh, which is a dark meat, leg, which is dark, wing, which I consider wings to be dark. I don't know for sure if it's dark or light. I'm not chat gonna have to clarify on that. And then canned, which typically is more on the white meat spectrum, but I can't imagine you're putting that up in S tier. But so I actually am a little surprised that breast is not S tier at the moment. But we'll keep going. We'll see where you're gonna put this stuff here as we get down the road here. So you're saying A, I'm saying C for breast. All right. Thigh. Chicken thigh. Dark meat, first of all. It's the largest cut of dark meat that you can get on a chicken. Bones. How much are you dropping this because it's dark meat? Where are you putting thighs at?
It'll be so with me. It's not about anything but how much meat's on it. I'm like a hobo who hasn't eaten in 3 days. Like, what has the most meat on it? So I don't know what I'll eat again. So it's a B because it's just bigger. It's underneath the breast. I mean, so it's a B.
B.
What's yours?
Mine's A. It's A tier. And so I'm really torn on this one, to be honest with you. It's really torn. It's in my opinion, bang for your buck cut of chicken. This is the best one. Okay.
Right.
The most meat, really high quality meat, super, super moist. As Jahnu says, he loves a good moist chicken. It's because he's got all those waves rolling over top of his stuff, guys. Again, former guest on the podcast. Welcome in, Jahnu. But the combination of the super moist dark meat and the amount of meat that you get means it's the best bang for your buck cut of meat, in my opinion. And I want to put it in S tier. I want to. I really, really want to put it in S tier. Like Ellie agrees with us in chat or with me in chat, but there's a reason I'm not putting it in S tier. I'll get to that when we get there. But for me, it is absolutely, absolutely top of A. Very definitively top of A. You said B, right? B.
Yeah.
So we're close at least on thigh.
The succulent moistness that comes out of that piece is just unlike anything else.
Yeah. All right. So we're at least close on that one. All right. Leg. Yeah. I'll go first on leg because you went first on thigh. So leg is dark meat. I was so torn on this one. Okay, we're talking about slept on groups. The leg is the absolute least slept on group on this list.
Yes.
It is so
mainstream.
Freaking overrated.
It's AAA.
It is so freaking overrated. Yeah. Like chicken leg sucks. It is just not very good at all.
Yeah.
You got to deal with all the cartilage that's on there and all that nastiness and everything. It's like I 9 times out of 10 I just don't want to deal with the leg. I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't want it. Now, if someone, so I'm thinking about turkey in particular because I do like turkey legs, but I won't just pick up a turkey leg and eat it. But if someone were to pull the meat off of the turkey leg and I had a turkey sandwich with it, then I'm fine with it. And it's kind of the same thing with the chicken leg too. Like if someone were to pull the chicken off of the bone and I mean it like in a hot chicken sandwich, then it's great. It's the same thing as a thigh in my opinion. It's just the eating apparatus that is the problem for me with the leg. So because of that, I'm going to go B. I hate to do this, but I'm going to put it in B just because the meat itself is still good. It's just the method with which you're eating it that makes it not good. So I'm going B.
Have you ever watched someone start from the bottom of a leg and in one bite just suck that thing off the bone and there's nothing left but like the bone?
I don't think I have. Not on a leg. I have not.
Can you do that?
I'm afraid of where this
I
is
don't know.
going.
A lot of my family, my friends and family, and this isn't sexual. I mean, you can. I'll look and there's nothing left. No cartilage, no meat, no skin. And I'm like, you guys ate everything? Because like you said, there's like 5 different textures in there, and I'm only going for the meat.
Yeah.
Obviously the skin if it's nice and good, but anyways, I just wondering because I've seen people do that, and I'm slightly aroused, mostly grossed out by it.
Yeah, I've never seen it on a leg. I've seen people do it with wings before. I have seen that, and that oddly enough, it's usually women, and that is arousing.
It is women usually, you're right, which is strange. Maybe that's why they're able to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, when we talk about wings, are we talking about like B-dubs wings, or are we talking about the one that has like the leg coming off, like the foot's still attached to it? Almost. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not. That's not the foot. It's a different part of the body. Your feet and your arms are not connected bones. We're going over topography and biology, all sorts of things tonight, guys. When I say wing, so it probably depends on the individual person, but typically when I order wings, I prefer whole wings. So that's both the flat as well as the, what's the other thing called? The flat and the, I forget. But I typically think of them as both, not just individual.
Sorry to get ahead of you. We haven't got there
it's
yet.
okay. It's okay.
So we're talking about the leg.
Yes.
I'm going to put it in D.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. For me, personally, yeah.
What?
What?
Okay, hold on. I gotta back up and think here. So your breast for you was A, right?
Yes.
Thigh was C? No, B. Thigh was B.
B.
Yeah, because I had thigh in A. Your leg is D.
Is there an F or is D the last one?
No, D's the bottom. D's the bottom.
Okay, hold on. Above that, give it a C. Sorry.
C. Okay, C is you're going leg C. Okay.
Yeah, D's last. Yep, my bad.
Okay, so you're the same as me on that then. Or no. I have breast in C. Sorry, I have leg in B. That's right. Okay, so we're again kind of close together on that one. Not exactly the same.
Yep.
Sorry, the chat is playing chicken barking sound at me right now. God damn it! Thank you, Baby Yoda.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up.
Okay, so we're not too far apart on that one. The sucking of the chicken leg just doesn't arouse you quite as much as it does for me. Got it.
That's what kept it above a D.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That brings me.
That makes sense. All right. Moving on to wings. Wings. I'll let you go first on wings on this one, and then I'll finish the wings. Do you like wings, first of all?
Well, this is going to decide whether this is my all-time favorite piece of chicken or if it's my least favorite.
Okay.
So this is going to be the spoiler alert.
Okay.
There's absolutely nothing there but bone. What do we do? Are we sucking for the juices? Are we getting the chicken juices out of this? Like, what are we enjoying out of the wing? I like the flats. If we go to B-dubs, I'll order some flats. I'll break that thing apart and I'll suck it dry, just like my old lady. All right. But when it comes to the whole piece, I don't understand it at all. I think it's weird. I never eat the wing. So it is getting a D for me.
What?
Well, like, I think it's a terrible piece. Like, there's nothing there. And I get a couple bites with my bottom teeth of meat, and then it's just gone.
Where are you going for your wings? Like Popeyes? Like, good God. You got to get some better wings, man. There's plenty of meat.
Anywhere. I'm not saying what I'm about to list is a great place to go, but KFC, Walmart, Wingstop, anywhere they get the whole entire one that isn't separated, yeah.
Wait, do they even have whole wings at KFC?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do. Yeah, if you buy a bucket, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's what I'm thinking. When we're doing this, I'm thinking, what's in the bucket? I'm looking at the bucket. I have all my choice. What's my priority?
Oh, okay. So that's a big difference. So, like, when I'm thinking of wings, I'm thinking of like deep fried. Well, I mean, KFC ones are fried too, but I'm thinking of like Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, places that have good deep fried wings, not breaded. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind breaded wings either necessarily. I'll eat them. I have no problem with them. But that KFC wings are vastly different than if you're going to like Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, so
See,
do you
I've never been.
do you have sauce on your wings when you eat your wings?
No, I'm a dry guy. I don't like sauces.
No wonder this is such a terrible take. Holy cow. This is like me trying to rate music and I have no idea who Queen is. Like, good God, no wonder people get so mad.
but if you're talking flats, I'll smash some flats. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the bone in.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Well, there's the
Yeah,
flat
I'll
and then
smash
there's
the flats.
the drum. That's the other one. The drum and the flat.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
won't
don't
eat
like the
drums.
drums. No, I don't like the drums. I will eat a flat, but when they're all together, that big giant wing, like you just ripped it off the carcass, I wouldn't. No.
Wait, okay, hold on, time out. There's two different things happening right now. So there's the flat, which is the two bones. So it's like your arm, your forearm. There's two bones. And then the drum is like your bicep. It's just a single bone. So it's like a mini leg. So those are two separate pieces. So when you're saying a drum, that's not a whole wing. A drum is just
I understand that.
the forearm part of it.
I understand. What I'm saying is I do like the flats. I don't like the drums when they're separated. But when you take the entire wing off of a chicken and cook it or however they do it.
So a whole wing.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like that at all.
So you don't like ripping the two wings apart and then eating them?
I never did it that way. I didn't know that's what I should do. I'll try.
Wait, time out. So
I don't know how to eat a wing. Okay, they never
that's
look
what
good
I'm
to me.
discovering right now. So if you get a whole wing, you don't rip the two apart. You just dive in and eat it as a whole wing.
Yes.
Please, for the love of God, everybody out there, tell me that you rip your wings in two pieces and eat a drum and a flat separately. Please tell me you are not pulling a bones and just eating the entire whole wing like corn on the cob, and you're just going nom 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 to the next piece. Like, that makes no sense.
No one's taught me that. I just grabbed it one day, probably when I was younger, and started eating on it. I was like, I don't get it.
This is mind-boggling to me. Oh my God.
That's where also its armpits are. So when it sweats, it just has a sweaty taste to it.
Chickens have armpits?
Yeah. Oh, everyone has an armpit underneath where their limb is and their body.
What? Who thinks of things like this?
The armpit of a chicken.
Oh my goodness. No wonder you have this so low. Like, you're eating them the wrong way. This is the problem. Oh my goodness. I don't know how else to help you, sir. Wings are S tier. They're S. So I would have put thigh at number 1. But a deep fried chicken wing, like Buffalo Wild Wings style. So we have a place locally called Dad's that makes amazing whole wings. You just can't beat it. With the customization of the different sauces that you can get on it, you can get it skinless, you can get it skin, you can get it breaded. Like, you can't get any of that stuff for thighs. With thighs, it's a breaded chicken thigh. Maybe with skin on it. Maybe skinless if you're gonna cook it, or you can get boneless. I will say that you can get boneless thighs too, which is kind of cool. But there's the customization ability. That's not a real word, but you guys know what I mean. Of chicken wings is so far superior to thighs that I have to put wings above it. And it's great for like parties too. Like, if you're having a party, everyone and their uncle can have some wings. Who's going to go to a party and be like, let me get a piece of that chicken thigh? Like, no one wants that. So, like, as much as I love thighs and want to put them in S tier, they just can't beat a wing. It's just too good. Despite Bones' horrific take on what wings are and how to eat them, they are absolutely S tier. Get that absolute out of here. Like, that is such a terrible take that wings are D tier. Holy cow.
I like how our answer was either going to be S or D. There was no in between, either one. Real and the opposite.
Wait, those are your only two slots left? S and D?
That's what I was telling you.
So you
my spoiler alert for my S.
so
Well, don't spoil it in case everyone hasn't
oh
put it
my
together yet.
god, I just realized what's about to happen.
And I have many reasons why.
I just realized what is about to happen. I was so starstruck by the fact that you said wings were D tier. I didn't take the time to think about what that means that is in the S tier.
Well, we can move on.
Our last cut of chicken is what we've deemed canned chicken, aka all the leftover bits of the chicken. I'll go first, and then I'll give you the floor to try to sway the audience and prevent them from hanging you. Canned chicken is D tier, guys. It's the worst. It is like eating terrible, unflavored soup with bits of weird stuff in it. That's what canned chicken is. I have not had a McDonald's chicken nugget in like 10 years because that stuff, I saw the video of it and it's pink. I am not there. If I'm eating anything that is pink, it is not chicken. There are far better things to eat that are pink than chicken.
Like the dark meat.
Yes.
That we have on our breasts.
It's D tier all the way. All right, Bones. All right, Bones.
Okay.
Convince the audience why you're not in need of institutionalization here. Go ahead.
Canned chicken is most definitely S tier. Not everyone can sit there and cook a whole chicken. Not everyone can afford a bucket of chicken somewhere. But most people can afford a can of chicken. It is pink, but you can also drain the water and cook it. And I've done it many times, and it's fabulous for like salads. It's great for like tacos, and it's already comes shredded and everything. You just throw there, and you can season it up a little bit. So I'm vaunting the chicken stuff, but it's so versatile. You don't have to sit there and broil a chicken for 8 hours like Avant does. I can just uncork the can, throw it into my pan, cook it up, make some fucking tacos, or sorry, my language again. Or some, I don't even eat salad, but canned chicken on salad.
Nobody is paying attention to you saying the F word at the moment, by the way. That is the least of their concerns.
I mean, but it's very versatile. It's more versatile than any of the pieces. You can do more with it much quicker, and it's just as good. Don't listen to these guys, Shaka and Avant. I don't think they've ever actually tried it. And I think if you guys did and tried it like my way, you'd be convinced.
Okay, well, so I've had the leftover bits of chicken before. Like I mentioned, I've had McDonald's chicken nuggets. I've had Wendy's chicken nuggets. Like I've had chicken nuggets and stuff. So that is kind of the same meat.
Like that.
What do you mean it doesn't taste like that?
That's like rib meat or something.
It is, yeah, it is largely rib meat. But I'm kind of
This is actual. Wait, this is shredded chicken.
But so you're saying canned chicken doesn't have rib meat in it?
I would doubt it. I don't know for sure.
I'm pretty confident that there's rib meat in canned chicken, sir.
It's like shredded. It's like they shredded some chicken meat.
You think they just pulled the prime cut from the chicken breast to put that in the can?
It tastes like it. It tastes good. My thing is, I'll go and eat some fire ass fucking Chinese. I don't know what I'm eating. It could be a cat. It could be a rat. But if it tastes this good, I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? I always say, I don't care what this is. It tastes so good.
I can respect that.
It's not gonna kill me.
I can respect that take. I mean? Yeah, because like,
and so if you cook it right, it's not bad.
Yeah, I hated coffee as a kid. That doesn't mean coffee's bad. I just needed to develop my taste buds. I'm on board with that aspect of it. Like it's just because you don't like it doesn't mean that it's not something that's good, or it's a cut that you think is bad doesn't mean it's bad. I get that. I respect that.
To be fair, I'm the only one that's ever had this take, but I am serious about this take.
So this is not just a shock factor. You're not just trying to shock everybody.
I mean, I could probably put breast above it, so there's like a little bit of shock factor. Why I put an S, but it would be an A.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of shock.
I got you. It's a little bit of embellishment. I got you. I have had. So by the way, I've had the chicken nuggets and stuff. I've had like the processed meat and stuff, but I have had canned chicken as well because.
Okay.
I will admit, if I'm making some soups, I will use canned chicken in my soups, just because I don't want to cook an entire chicken breast, wait for it to cool down, and then shred it all up and then throw it in the soup. I just open up a can and I just throw it in and it's good to go. Hi, buddy. Sorry, my dog is freaking out for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't mind it in that scenario. But Bones, soups are just the leftover of food. Like, that's what soup is. It's just of food. Like, that does not speak highly to canned chicken, sir. Like, yeah. If you said D tier even on this, I could get behind it, because maybe you're a method man and you think eating the leg is a terrible method, like I said. I could get behind C. I could get behind that. But S, even A, it's
a hard knock life.
That's a bridge. Man. That's a bridge too far, sir. It's a bridge too far.
This was a controversial episode, man.
It was.
That's why you bring me on.
Oh my good Lord, man. So okay, so you had
real quick. I just want to say, go out and try it. Go out and try canned chicken next time you're out in Dollar General. It's not too bad. Just cook it, put some stuff on it, and throw it on a taco. Throw it on a salad, and then get back to me. And that goes towards you too, Yvonne, because you can't tell me you don't like something until you try it.
I'll give the taco a try. Good.
Put some taco seasoning on it. You know, do the whole thing.
Like taco sauce. I can throw some seasoning, some sauce. It's
drain that shitty water, because you're right. There's a bunch of water in it. Drain that, because that'll ruin your tacos or burritos.
That makes sense.
It's actually really, really good. It's better than Taco Bell or going somewhere like that. I promise you.
That I could get behind. I do not trust Taco Bell at all. I don't know why people still go there. It's to me, it's the modern day Arby's. Like, people make fun of Arby's all the time. Like, who is keeping Arby's in business? Well, I'm one of those guys. I like Arby's. I think Arby's is good. I
love Arby's.
I don't know how people are keeping Taco Bell in business. Taco Bell is horrendous, and it costs a fortune now. Like, it used to be like 30 cents for a taco. Like, all right, sign me up for that. I might get diarrhea the next day, but it only costs me $1. Let's go. You know, like for 3 of them. Now it costs you $20 for 3 tacos. No, thank you. I don't need diarrhea for $20.
Dude, I ate one taco and I had diarrhea. And I waited 3 years and ate one taco and had diarrhea again. It wasn't just me. It was them.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a quick fact?
Sure.
Real quick, that might blow your mind. McDonald's. Okay. McDonald's. I guess let's say that their meat is completely beef or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, think of how many McDonald's there are in the entire world.
Yeah.
There's not enough cows in the entire world to feed everyone with 1 day of McDonald's. However many people go in for 1 day at McDonald's, there's not enough cows in the entire world even to feed the world for 1 day. So what is in that stuff? Just wonder about that, guys.
Soy.
Oh, also, by the way, though, they tested it and there was human DNA in it. Just want to let you know that too.
What? I need verification on the sources on that one.
Look it up. I will send it to you. Look it up.
I was going to say soy, because I know confirmed our cafeteria burgers. The one day I asked, I was like, "Do you guys know like what the cut of fat is on these?" And they're like,
soy.
"Are you kidding me?" I was like, "No." They're like, "This isn't even beef." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, these are just soy burgers." I was like, "Oh my god!" They don't even use real beef in the cafeteria at school, so
which is fine.
Yeah,
it tastes like meat. Give it to me, baby. I'll take it.
Yeah, admittedly, they're not bad. I every time they have them, I get them. Like, all right.
Yeah, I've had them before.
I like soy now, apparently, guys.
Try soy canned chicken.
I'll take your word on that one. Let me get through just canned chicken first, let alone soy canned chicken. All right, guys, let us know in the comments, where are you putting canned chicken and where are you putting wings? That's clearly the two most controversial topics that we had today. I'm intrigued to hear who you think is correct, me or Bones on this one, and we all know the correct answer. So flood the chat, flood the comments, let us know how wrong Bones is on this, everybody. Bones, speaking of being wrong, where can people find you to harass you about how terrible this take was, sir?
Guys, come check me out on Bonez88 on Twitch. The podcast 3 Scoundrels in a Canteen every Thursday on Twitch. And yeah, come give me some crap, guys. If you want to chew me out and you're having a bad day and just want to give me tell me to F off, I love that. That's like telling me I love you. If I can be your punching post and make you have a better day, and I mean that for real, come by and just give me some shit. That's what we like to do. That's what I build my content off. Without that, I have nothing. So you won't learn anything. You will watch me play some stuff. And it's pretty entertaining to watch me.
Wait, time out. They will learn what not to do.
Yes, you'll learn what not to do.
Like not eating canned chicken.
No, I will teach you how to cook them. I do know that. But real quick, it is entertaining to watch me play GAC at a competitive level and not know anything that I'm doing. I'm pretty much just going blind through it, clicking buttons, and I actually do an all right job doing that. So it's pretty fun.
GAC, anyway, anybody out there that is not a SWGA player, so that's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is a mobile game, and that was one of the game models, versions, modes, there's the word I'm looking for that game. So just a heads up, anybody that is out there and not a SWGA person. So,
and I apologize because I know people that are listening to SWGA players talk. It's nothing but abbreviations and nicknames.
Yeah.
And I've had friends sit there and go, "What are you talking about?"
Yes. Yeah.
What? It's a whole language to itself. So I apologize, but don't play it. Stay away far from me and the game.
All right, guys. Great stuff. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of today's episode, specifically the different topics that we talked about. Let us know the hot takes on all that stuff, guys. Just a reminder for anybody out there that is listening to this for the first time, you can find the podcast over on YouTube. You'll see the full video of that on Shawk Tawk over at YouTube. You can also find the video or the audio as well as the video for some platforms on any of your Spotify, et cetera, any of your typical podcast platforms. And then, of course, last but not least, if you want to check out the live recording of this and troll both me and the guest as we are recording this live, head over to Twitch at Shawk08 for the live recording of that, guys. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, for some...
Get him, Yoda.
Sorry, the horse just neighed in my ear, guys. We'll see you next time for some more Shawk Talk, everybody. See ya.
Welcome on in and take a seat. Conversations that can't be beat. Music and movies to name a few. Sports and drinks and tiramisu. This is a podcast for everyone. Time to chat and have some fun. Shawk Talk, Shawk Talk. Time to chat and have some fun. Shawk Talk, Shawk Talk. This is a podcast for everyone. Shawk Talk. Shawk Talk. Shawk Talk. Shawk Talk.